Hello, beautiful people. I'm just wanted to shoot this video really quick for just to tell you guys about my experience with Power and Purpose with George Wohar. So before I came into this, I came across George Wohar on one of his ads. I scheduled a call with him, and I got on a call with him, and I told him everything that was happening in my life, and he was like, "Hey man, there's no need for you to be running around in circles. Let me help you." And I was a hardhead, my ego didn't let me. And I was like, no, like I'm gonna figure it out on myself. And I didn't work with him. Months went by, and I was keeping myself stuck. I was keeping myself running in circles, and like this is not even funny. It was fucking terrible. So I have a daughter. I'm 19 years old. I have a daughter. I have a wife, and I had a full ride scholarship, and my scholarship was paying for the house that I was living in with my daughter, with my wife, and everything. But because I was focusing on my business and I was focusing on school. It came to be that I wasn't focusing on any of them. So the 3 to 5 hours that I was spending on school, I wasn't spending in them on school. Like I wasn't present because I was thinking about my business. And then when I came back to my business, I was running around in circles. So I wasn't doing any of them. So I lost my scholarship and I wasn't making any money. So there was 70 days till I had to go out of that house that I lived in. So I was going to be in the streets, I didn't have any money. I had a limited amount of time that I was going to have a place to live with my daughter, with my wife. And all of a sudden, George Wohar came, he reached out to me again, and he's like, how's everything going, man? How's business going? And, I tell him, and everything's the same. I'm fucking stuck. I'm running around in circles. And he's like, man, there's no need for you to be running around in circles, man. Let's do this. Let me help you. And all right, man, fuck. I trusted him. I like that. It was my last option. I trusted him, so I went into his program. The first week was painful because I started to make some shifts in my mind. Like I know I have the work ethic. I know I have the discipline. I know I have the mindset, maybe, but something was keeping myself stuck. So on the first week, it was all about getting clear on where is it that I was, which was really bad. No money. I was going to be homeless. I lost my scholarship. I lost everything. I didn't have anything. And I started making the shift. So before you are able to go to where you want, you have to get clear on where is it that you are. And then you have to get clear where is it that you want to go and be realistic and set some objectives. And for months, it always happened that I would set goals and forget goals. So I never stuck to my goals. I was never consistent. And honestly, I didn't even know how to fucking set goals properly, So George teaches all of this. And I went through the first week. It was painful. I made the shifts. I set the goals. The second week, I wasn't having, the results because like my old self was still like holding me back. And then the third week on Monday, it was terrible. Nothing was working. But I was consistent. So on Tuesday, I wasn't hitting my goals. All of a sudden, it clicked. On Wednesday, I made a $7,550 sale, and so I made that sale. On Thursday, I made a $2,100 sale. So within 3 weeks, I went from zero to making $9,650. All right, so in 3 weeks, I went from zero to making $9,500. Whatever the fuck, almost 5 figures in within 3 weeks, from zero to making that. I don't think I'm gonna slow down anymore. I don't think I'm gonna slow down anytime soon, and I'm just gonna keep on growing. I'm just gonna keep on going up. Right now, there's like 30 days left till I have to leave the house that I live in right now. So right now, I'm looking for a place to go and live because I'm going to separate 3 months for rent, and so like if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur, starting to wanna-preneur, if you're wanna-preneur, you're wanting to start your business, you're lost. I was lost. I acted like I knew what I was doing, but in reality, I didn't know what I was doing. If you're lost, if you're running in circles, if you have experience, like setting goals and not achieving them, if you hustle, work the entire day, but don't really get any results, all right, you need to get clear, and you need to start doing shit with power and purpose. And if you're an entrepreneur wanting to achieve more and wanting to do more in 3 months than what the average man does in his entire fucking life, you gotta come into power and purpose.